That was horrible.
Tons of football.
That was horrible. Whatever. Your football game just ended.
It's not ended.
Who's winning?
Not us.
Do I care? I don't even know who's playing. Hello, everybody, and happy Sunday. And I have no idea what's happening here tonight, but welcome back to another live with Tori and Bill. If you are new here, we are online resellers. We sell primarily on the Poshmark platform. And we kind of share our journey with all of you, tips, tricks, all the things. And we took a week off last week. I think it was much needed. There was a lot going on.
Still a lot going on.
Still a lot going on, but we decided to take last week off of YouTube and just kind of spend time together. And I think that that's important. All of you should be taking social media breaks when you can, if possible. So today... Again, I don't know. I'm trying to show off these new earrings. Actually, they're not even that new. I've had them for a couple of months, but trying to show how amazing these are. This time of year, I know a lot of us are thinking about gifts for friends and family members, and I think that it's really important that we support our fellow makers and crafters and shop small, shop from some, Poshmark closets, eBay, Etsy, whatever it is. And these I actually purchased from Junk Food. So Junk Food, JUNQUE food.com. Logan has a ton of really amazing things, and she's doing 30% off of all of her really cool masks and candy themed earrings. So if you're looking for some stocking stuffers, head over there. Not sponsored, just love her. And so anyway, today we don't have a ton to talk about, but we still wanted to pop in and say hi because we missed you. I don't know if you missed us, but we missed you last week. We had one of those weeks where, just stuff is still happening as it does, and we're going with the flow. Remember the heater that we just got put in, the furnace that we just got put in that cost tons of money? What happened, babe?
The stupid pump is broken.
So all this time, and we had the heater put in, and then it just stopped working. So now Bill has to go down and reset it every once in a while. And if you're not familiar, we are in Spokane, Washington. And in Spokane, Washington, it's hovering around the 30s. Is it about the 30s?
It was 41 today.
Yeah, it got to 41 today. It was actually nice. I got to go out without gloves.
It was nice.
Super cool. So anyway, it was kind of a brisk day, but yeah, we had some situation with the heat, but we're still, at least we have heat. At least we can make it work. So hello, Christine, and hello, Jacob.
Christine.
Yes. What else are we going to talk about? So today, reseller related, we always like to start these kind of looking back at the week before or,
the week prior?
The week prior, the last 2 weeks. So talk to us, B.
Hey, ladies.
Talk to us about how have sales been the last 2 weeks for Poshmark, since we are primary Poshmark sellers. That's where we spend most of our time. So in your words, how do you feel sales have been the last 2 weeks?
I think they've been relatively good, at least better than they have been because we've been on the app, working finally. Yeah.
Well, what do you contribute to the success of seeing some of our
consistency?
Okay.
That's it.
Yes. Love it. That is the ding, 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 the magic word when it comes to reselling. A lot of people think that it's easy and super simple and all you have to do is put something up and someone's going to buy it. That's not the case. All of you out there know that is not it. When that does happen, it feels good. If you post something and someone buys it outright full price and you don't have to do any haggling and you don't have to do any sharing of the items, that is a unicorn. I think we actually did have a couple of items like that this week where we got full price sales from guests. And on Poshmark, people can actually purchase items from Poshmark as guests without logging into the app. And that's really good news because if they're guests, they don't haggle. They don't they don't send in low balls. They just purchase.
Finding it on the search engine.
Yeah. Also. And that is great news too, because the search engine on Posh is not that great. So if someone's finding your item through search engine and buying a full price sale, it's always good. So yes, the last 2 weeks for us have actually been definitely better than they have been. They've been a pretty... I have to blow my nose. I'm sorry. So we've been feeling pretty good about our sales. with everything else, been a little stressed. So, we're always real with all of you with everything going on, because I know you're here for the reseller content, but we also want to be human, or we want to be human. How does that happen? How do we become human? We are aliens. But we want to always share with all of you our human nature, just to make sure everyone knows, we're all in the same boat. Today, one of the things we ended up doing was we bought old school video games. So
Teresa, they should be to you by tomorrow or Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, you sent those out the same day. Yeah, we ship. And we're going to talk about shipping. I was just about to mention, we usually ship same day. So one of the topics we're going to talk about today is shipping. But, when it comes to mental health and mental well-being, again, I always want to make sure we're just being totally transparent with all of you. It's been rough. I don't know how all of you are feeling. So let me know, let us know. And you don't have to. But I'm going to be honest, and I've been super stressed out, just stressed, like feeling after the election, I felt like, okay, maybe things are going to I don't know, maybe the world will calm down a little bit, but now
the Rona's not calmed down.
No, I mean, and this is a huge impact to the reselling business is when it comes to the global pandemic.
Hey, Beth.
I remember all the way back, and Beth, hello, Beth. I promise, Beth asked for a specific video along with many people on how I figure out cost of goods sold and the periodic inventory system. That is still coming. But again, my mental brain needs to really dive into that topic. So it's still coming. I promise. I have it on my list, and it will be coming.
Good for you, Jacob. You got to do what you got to do.
Yes, taking time off. And that's where I feel with, there have been nights, I feel like I've gone live on Instagram, like crying recently a couple of times, which is not me because I am not a crier. I'm the one that's like, I feel like I don't feel things.
Yet you put me up on TikTok making dinner.
Oh yeah, I put Bill up on, all the things. But but for me, I'm pretty stoic. But just everything that we've been seeing has just been really taking a toll.
Hi, Kendra.
And one of the things that has happened, especially when it comes to reselling, it's taken me back to the very beginning of the pandemic. So when all of this started back in February, I was possibly exposed in February. Someone that I worked with might have. So I quarantined as soon as it happened. And so we didn't source until very, very recently, we had stopped sourcing completely. And so we've talked to all of you about using Nextdoor to get inventory, sourcing your own closet. We've done a lot of that, but then things started to feel a little back to normal. You've seen I've done a few thrift hauls recently. I was able to go safely to the thrift store. And then
not now.
Well, and then Thanksgiving was coming up or is coming up. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday in the entire world. And my family was coming. So my dad was coming, who is isolating. So that was not going to be a problem.
And he's in the
age bracket, the danger zone, right? My brother and his girlfriend were coming from Seattle, but they've also been doing what they can. And then guess what happens? As we all know, the virus has expanded. 1 in 348 people in the United States have it or have had it. I mean, those statistics right there are crazy. So today we had to have the family conversation, and Thanksgiving is not happening today.
Oh, it's going to happen.
But the reason I'm even bringing this up, right? I mean, I'm sure all of you have had things. And I think about people that have been going through sickness and illness and can't see their loved ones. And, that's not really where I want to go with this, but we have to be prepared for what's going to change in our business. So, changing your family meetings and your outings and just being mindful of that, that's just responsible. I hate it because we got the house in order and I wanted to host, but we'll do something virtual. But that also tells me our governor just put out, starting tomorrow at midnight here in the state of Washington, we are changing, or they are enforcing more of the first rollout. So like restaurants are closing again, gyms are closing, everything.
Grocery stores at 25%.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to source. And so I'm glad we do have a little bit of merchandise. And we also had one of our PFFs, so Eclectic Ginger, Christina. She sent us some vintage items. So we'll show you a couple of those items today. But anyway, where I was going with that is that, all of that starts to weigh. And then on social media, I'm always on social media. I don't know if you know that, but I live on social media, and I'm starting to feel that. I told Bill today, it's kind of horrible to admit it, but when I see people outsourcing and I see people going to the Benz and finding the greatest, coolest things, or people going out and seeing all their friends, and the first thing that I feel is jealousy. And I know that's horrible. That is not a good feeling, but it's FOMO. It's fear of missing out. You're missing out on everyone else. But I also know
I'm not missing out on the Rona.
I know. So anyway, so if you're new here, you probably don't even care about any of this, but we always like to share, as I mentioned, everything that we're feeling, because maybe some of you are feeling the same thing. And it's always good to see people that that you're friends with, that how are they reacting, because it's hard. I mean, not being around other people is very challenging. Luckily, Bill and I get along for most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, as y'all can imagine, there are days where I'm just like, la 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 la, ADD goes this, and he's just sitting there like, no, you. So you always do that, and I'm like, you wouldn't even hit a fly.
No,
that's just a weird little thing. But this week, my whole ADD thing was all about cooking. I was making random things. So anyway, so let's get into reselling. If you are new here and you have a Poshmark closet, put your Poshmark closet, introduce yourself in the comments. We are all about community. We want everyone to be successful, and, sharing each other's closets is always really awesome. One thing I did this week, I will tell you, so I'm a shopper. I can't help it. I love Poshmark. I love it. And so just for all of you out there, keeping in mind that Posh is a lot of work. You got to share, you go to parties, you socialize, all that stuff. But let's talk about a success story this week, and not for me. This was not a success story for me, but I want to share this. So on Instagram, one of our PFFs said, hey, I'm hosting a party. And they tagged me along with a number of other people. And they said, hey, I'm hosting a party. Here's my theme. Go in and tag me in your listings.
Super geeked.
I mean, that's amazing, right? Oh, super geeked. What? Hold on. I got my stickers. My super geeked. Wait, they're upside down. My super geek stickers. So they tagged me in the listing and said, hey, if you have anything that fits in this category, tag me so that we can, so I can share your thing to a party. I've never made a sale from a Posh party. Still haven't, but this is what happened. So Megan shared, or I shared something to her closet, and then I went in and started sharing her closet, and guess what I did? I bought some stuff from her closet because she had some really amazing pieces. So this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to how Poshmark works, they really focus on that social aspect of getting eyes in your store. It's like if you don't have foot traffic in your store, no one's going to even know you have anything that is worth buying. So yes, I did spend some money. She gave me a great deal. Thank you very much, Megan. And it should be coming this week. So anyway, so with Poshmark, don't give up on the sharing. Don't give up on the social aspect. I know it seems tedious, but you're going to get someone in there that starts sharing your closet and then says, oh, I might need this. And then you start the conversation. So anyway, I wanted to share that success story. Again, it wasn't my success story, but it just reminds me that this is how Poshmark works. It's a social app. And so you got to do it. You just got to do it. Okay, I didn't know if I just go off and off and off and off. Yep. So anyway, and hello, Victoria. Yes. Lisette, hello. Michelle, who else is here tonight? Lynn is here.
Tracy.
Yeah, it's just so when it comes to those numbers, it is, we have to talk about it because it is going to be impacting our business. And so we just want to be prepared. And so anything that everyone can do to, stay safe is 100%. One other thing that I want to mention before I forget, because, I'll forget. This week was World Kindness Day on Friday. That was 2 days ago. Oh my goodness, this week just flew.
Nice job, Surrender.
But it was World Kindness Day on Friday, and we did a little a giveaway where we just asked people to tag someone that they felt was kind in their life. And so we spun a wheel last night, and the winner was Cynthia, Lady Hustle 1920. You've probably seen her. She is very active in the community. And so she won. I'll show you what she won because I really love our little things. Our little vintage style, not vintage values button, little keychain, and then a sticker. So she will be getting these cute little items sent out to her. It's just a little random act of kindness. So I thought it was super fun. And again, when you're thinking about supporting your fellow resellers or makers this holiday season, reach out. So if you are selling anything that is great for gifts or you're a Poshmark seller, just remember, put that in the comments so that everyone can follow. Whew. Okay, so today's topic. This is how our world is constantly. I told you I started doing some baking this week because I couldn't sit still and I couldn't.
You mean yesterday?
Was that yesterday? I made like an apple crisp, some weird apple crisp that I've never made before. But the reason for it is I didn't do much reselling this week. So I'm going to be perfectly honest. Bill did. Always celebrate the successes. He was sharing every day. He was listing every day. He was doing everything he was supposed to. I think I listed 4 items. I relisted a couple, but yeah, this is why we're putting the onus on the 324 Finds closet to be the moneymaker of the closets, because the vintage closet, I have to get into it. And it's hard. I don't know if anyone out there gets distracted easily. I do.
ADHD.
Me. Okay, so let's get into some reseller related topics. Hopefully everyone, Michelle. So yes, I talk to myself too. I'm great company when it's just myself. It helps me with work. So as I'm writing scripts, I always am just Bill walks by and I'm sitting here talking out loud to myself, right? We're our own best company. It's awesome. Bill also will put in his big old headphones, his cans, when he's playing a video game or something. So then that way he doesn't have to listen to me talk to myself. So it's great. Yes, Michelle. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Victoria, for bringing that up. Oh my goodness.
So totally off topic.
Yeah, and let's not talk about what I'm wearing. I am wearing, some of those favorite yoga pants that have a cell phone pocket that don't match my outfit at all. But
and guess where I found those? The bins.
Of course, the bins. So yes, let's talk about this new. So instead of listing anything or making anything, which I'm supposed to be making some Batman masks for Victoria, and I'm saying this because I keep getting ready to do it, and I have the fabric and I have everything ready to go, and then it's like, oh wait. Go there, over here. I can't.
Well, guess what?
I know.
We don't have to worry about Thanksgiving now.
I know. We don't have to worry about Thanksgiving. So anyway, yes, I started just adding fringe to these denim jackets that I own, and I'm really loving how they turned out. I actually listed them because I have like 4 denim jackets that I don't need to have.
It's about freaking time.
I know. And then every item that I customize, you get a button with. Why not? It's awesome. Oh. Okay. All right, so now let's talk about reseller related. Yes, Victoria, thank you for calling that out. I was really excited about those. So let's talk about, first of all, Christina sent us some really cute vintage pieces that she had.
Eclectic Ginger?
Eclectic Ginger, yep. So she sent us some really fun pieces, and I was really excited about them, and I'm just going to show you. It's just a couple of pieces, but what I love is that if you've ever thought about doing like an inventory swap with somebody, or you have inventory that maybe you don't want to sell, but you know that it could sell, reach out to a fellow PFF and see if they can use it. For me, I've done that a number of times. I've actually done stale inventory swaps and box swaps with people. And then in this case, so Christina just sent these to us, and we are so grateful because I do love them.
Kendra said she needs a Batman mask.
Yes, and I have this vintage Batman fabric. That's the thing. It's vintage 80s Batman fabric. And I know, and it's so cool. And I need to get it done. You need to hold me accountable. I feel like everyone just needs to DM me and say, you need to do it. And then maybe I'll mark time on my calendar.
That's not.
And then I'll get distracted. So she sent me these really. It's like it's a set. It's so cute. So it's from this brand Tanjay.
Lisette wants a Batman mask as well. So you're
so I have to do it
now.
Well, Victoria is number 1 on the list. Yes, because, this is like months ago. This is before we moved. This is like, I feel like it was forever ago that I was starting to do this.
Said she got married by Batman. Was that in Vegas?
Okay, that is so cool. My best friend in high school, my best friend in college, her email was Batgirl and her name. It was so funny.
Lisette?
Lynnette.
Oh, Lynnette.
Lynnette, not Lisette. Could be Lisette. Okay, so look how cute. This is just a wool jacket, and it has a little blue, like, chiffon square. It's just an open front jacket, but it's a 3-piece. Actually, I think it's a 4-piece. So it has a pair of wool slacks.
Woof. Jeez, that's a
Then
lot.
it has the wool midi skirt that's like an A-line.
French fries.
I love it.
French toast.
And then, this whole set, I just feel like it's the same person because everything is coordinated. And then there's this beautiful, what do you call this? Tuxedo kind of front top. This is the same material of the square that is on the jacket. So far you have this top with the skirt, jacket, and pants. Oh, but no, there is also this adorable wool skirt. It all coordinates together. It's like, it's the coolest thing ever. And I feel like this might have been in the family. I think that's why she had it. But it's the person that had this was able to imagine going to the office and being able to coordinate all of these outfits with just a few pieces. We don't do that today, right? We don't. We like have thousands of items. Maybe.
Really?
Some people might have that many items, but we have many items that we tend to wear only a couple of times. So I was really excited about this set of items. And
my grandma is purging her closet for me.
Yes.
Ginger.
Yes. Okay. And then this was the piece. This right here, she told me that I should keep this. And Bill told me I can't keep it. And I agree with him because I already have one. I have one. Not this specific one, but it is like a cashmere. I feel like this is like a cashmere camel colored trench coat, fully lined. If you could feel how soft this is, this is one of those stunner pieces you pick up and you're like, yes, please. And then it also has, I think, the belt back here. It's just beautiful. Oh, I am so in love with this jacket, and I'm pretty sure it's like a size small.
Michelle, stick to your guns. If you have a Batman jacket, just stick to your guns, please.
What was the...
I have a Batman jacket for sale in my Posh closet. I go up and down on price, high or low. No one's bought it, so I relisted it and started high.
Yeah, do that. And that's always a great idea. Now, one thing, so speaking of relisting, something that I did differently this week. So, there is the copy feature on Poshmark, and we've done a video on it. The feature is not that old. It's still like in its infancy. And the whole point of it was convenient. You can copy a listing and easily relist. So we did a lot of relisting using the copy feature. And then we found out that there's some caveats to it. So if you copy a listing and it's less than 61 days old, it doesn't go into the just in category. So essentially you're doing more work and not getting any more exposure.
Right.
So, if you're really diligent about keeping track, and you can pull your sales report or your inventory report actually and see how long something's been listed, but it's just as easy for me on my computer. So I have my Mac up, I have my Poshmark closet up. I just save image as, and I save all of the images to my desktop, and then I just drag them over and start and share a new listing or do a new listing and then delete the old one.
Beth said capsule wardrobe.
It's totally, yes. Oh, that is such a great term for this. This is like because it's a whole set. There's also one other piece she said was not vintage. I didn't even show this piece because it was just sitting here, but it's just this little pink button-up soft top as well. It really is. It's a whole this is 5 days of outfits for work. So yeah, we have we're still doing some of the copy feature, but
Who is?
Are you still doing the copy feature?
No.
Oh, well, I guess maybe we're not doing the copy feature anymore. I'm trying new things. I'm trying just to go back to the relisting. Yes, and there are apps, and I definitely have used Vindu. I have videos on Vindu, but because we're not doing cross listing anymore, we kind of stopped using Vindu because we don't cross list. I still recommend it for cross listing 100%, but for us, we're just doing it all on Posh and then maybe Etsy. So we don't really use that feature. So what else was I saying?
Shipping.
Oh, shipping. We're going to talk about shipping. Yes. So let me make sure I'm not missing anything because, it's one of those nights. Oh, and Bill made me for lunch today chicken wings.
So?
Lily. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Our dog has allergies and she has skin allergies and she just starts eating her feet and it's so crazy. So chicken wing, hot dog and bologna.
No,
if anyone knows that song,
no,
I keep singing it to him and he's like, what's happening? Also, so has anyone been watching The Mandalorian? I don't know if anyone's as nerdy as I am, but Bill and I have been watching The Mandalorian. We love it. And I really think that I want to do an embroidery piece with little the child or Baby Yoda. I think that would be fun. Because I also did a couple of, I know I'm always showing y'all what I'm working on. So these are the little pieces that I did this week. Just little embroidery pieces. Just something fun. These I can do and get my mind off of social media, which is why embroidery to me has been such an amazing, amazing tool for
nice,
sure.
Michelle.
Tomorrow, I will tell you, is tomorrow the 16th? Yes.
Tomorrow's Monday.
Tomorrow's Monday. And something that's a little, again, not reseller related. We're going to talk about shipping, I promise. But I'm going to see a social worker. I know that sounds weird. Bill's like, what are you talking about? So my company is offering free, no, this is mental care. Yeah, my company is offering free mental care for all employees and spouses. It's an amazing perk. And I've never, I fully support mental health and I think that it's beneficial to everybody, but I've never actually, met with anyone or talked with anyone. And I think that for a lot of us right now, especially with what's going on, it's a good idea. So I'm meeting to talk about ADHD and
squirrel, LOL.
I know. I try to focus, but
boneless wings? No.
They had the
Jacob,
bone. They were delicious.
Bone and sweet treats.
Okay, we'll talk about reselling related content now. Maybe. Oh yeah, and this sweater. I don't know. Remember, was this in a haul recently? And then I told Bill I wanted to keep it.
Yep.
And I kept it. So yes. Jing. Oh, you did, Lisette. Was it good? I've been watching all the holiday movies. I watched. There was one drop. Operation Christmas Drop. That was really good.
Oh, crud.
What?
Michelle was a psychotherapist.
Yes. No, and Michelle, it's so awesome because what they do is they set it up so you get you get a number of
wings on the bone
meetings for free. And then you can always extend and get a discount if you want to do it. But I've never actually, so I'm just going to meet with someone and talk about it. And my care plan really is focused on like ADHD and stress because this is my brain all the time. It never shuts down. So anyway.
Trust me, it doesn't shut down ever.
Maybe with some wine. Maybe. Yes. Let's talk about shipping. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about shipping today, so with Poshmark, we all know it's a $7.11 shipping charge up to 5 pounds, which is amazing. If you don't know how amazing that is, I've seen people complaining about the cost to ship on Poshmark. And yeah, if it's a tiny item, like I have some masks, some of my handmade masks that are for sale, and I really feel guilty about the $7.11 because I can ship it for like $3 outside of Poshmark. So
suck the chicken off the bone. That's my lady Lisette.
Okay, so talk about squirrel. He's still talking about chicken, and we're talking about shipping. I can't blame him because that's that's how these lives are. If you're ever wondering, this isn't different than any other live we do. But when it comes to shipping, if you are shipping on Poshmark, if you're selling on Poshmark, just remember how amazing that $7.11 is.
Sounds dirty. Yeah. Sorry, Cheryl.
dirty chicken.
It wasn't me. It was Lisette.
Oh, sure, blame Lisette. So
I'm gonna.
when it comes to the best way to ship, so if you are using Posh, yes, use Posh, great. But let's say that you did a thrift haul. Maybe you have a friend. Okay, let's use this example because maybe you aren't selling on another platform or something like that. Let's say you have a friend, which I've done, that said, hey, I saw, this item, I thought of you and I want to send it to you. And this time of year, shipping is, you're going to be paying for shipping to send a lot of things out and around. So first thing I want to tell you is go to pirateship.com. So when it comes to shipping, you don't have to go and search around for the best prices. USPS, always support USPS. I totally 100% agree with that.
But
Pirate Ship is kind of a go-between. So USPS will still get the money, but it's going to be at a discounted rate. So with Pirate Ship, I've used them for a very long time. When Bill and I were selling on Etsy, which seems like forever ago. Wow, was that 2 years ago? A year and a half ago? Etsy? Or
year,
eBay. eBay. I'm talking about eBay. Yeah, we were doing eBay Etsy for a while back when we were in Seattle. And Pirate Ship was our way to ship. I also use Pirate Ship, or I used to use Pirate Ship for Etsy. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, again, I'm going to land the plane, I promise.
Oh my gosh.
So when it comes to shipping, no.
See it.
Yeah, he can't handle me. He can't handle me right now.
Yikes.
So it can be super expensive, especially when you start to add things to a box and it starts to get really heavy. So Pirate Ship gives you the best rates possible. And so I recommend using them to just, suss out, hey, what are the rates going to be? Also, big, huge advice and tip for all of you, get bags. Get bags for shipping. It's just one of those things that shipping is cheaper when it's in a bag. Even if it's a box in a bag, it's still cheaper than shipping a box. So for example, the box of vintage items that I got, and so this is the reason I wanted to talk about this, because shipping can be crazy. So this box of items was 8 pounds. It was about 8 pounds of items, and it was, a pretty standard size box. It wasn't a huge box. It cost over $50 to ship that box of items. And if we're thinking about from a reselling perspective, you don't want all of your profits to go away for in shipping. Or if you're sending something for the holidays, right? You also don't want to spend all that money on shipping. So one of the recommendations, as I mentioned, is to get bags, and you can actually buy them pretty cheaply. I always support having everyone purchase from smaller businesses. I think You Pack and Ship might have these big ones. Yeah, and so I'm going to talk about that. So, so I always support getting, bags from local places, wherever you can, but you can buy those pretty big size, like white bags. Essentially, it's like a poly mailer, but it's giant.
I'll go get one.
We don't have the big one, but you can show the small white ones.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, shipping something, the bag is going to be easier. So if all of these items, those vintage items that were shipped to me were rolled up nicely and put into the bag and shipped to exactly the same weight, but without a box, it would have only been $19 to ship. So you think about over $50 versus $19, and that has to do with the way that it's shipped. So first class is how I typically ship most items, because first class is cheaper. It takes a little bit longer, but only a little bit, like maybe 1 or 2 days I've seen, depending on the weather, because weather is always a factor.
Bag in a box.
There is. And so the Flipping Gals have a great point, because the dimensions are also super important, because even if it's just a bag, if you have a bag that's too big, it will still be, it'll still be pricey. So the thing with Pirate Ship, it lets you put in all of this information before you actually purchase shipping. So you can say, okay, let me finagle this. Let me figure this out. If I can get all of this into this size bag, let me put these dimensions in, let me put this weight, you can see all the different ways or how much it's going to cost. So for me, because I don't usually ship out large bundles, outside of Poshmark.
Oh.
Outside of Poshmark, because Poshmark, again, up to 5 pounds. But in this case, it was 8 pounds. So if it were shipped through Poshmark, it would have been the $7.11 right away. And then they also charge, I think it's a $14 charge we had to pay for extra, which is still around
Not
$22 for
bad.
8 pounds.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what I'm trying to say, when it comes to shipping, just make sure, because it gets so expensive, that if you, and where's that bag you had? So one of the things I also do, so let's say that I was shipping, one of my pieces from Etsy. Let's say that I sold something like this. Well, you don't want to stick something like this, which is breakable, right? This is a breakable item. You don't want to just stick this in a bag, even though it could be cheaper.
Victoria said it went from 30 to 54 because of the dimensions. Pirate shit.
But I'm telling you, the dimensions, even if it was a bag, so I put in the exact same dimensions and the same weight, and I put it as a bag instead of a box, and it went down to $19.54.
Yep.
And I play with it. So I always play with it to try to figure out the best way. Also, if you are going to put, so what I was saying was something like this, I am still going to put this in a box. So I have those,
media box, not a media box.
The little boxes.
Hold on. I'll get one.
Well, what's it called? Flat rate? It's the little flat rate box, which you can't use for pirate ship. If you're not shipping for, one rate, you can't use those boxes, but you can use them. Bill sounds like he just dropped something. But you can ship those boxes inside of a bag. And I do that pretty often, where I'll stick this, I'll wrap it up, I'll make it all pretty, like a little present, and then it'll go into the bag so it's still protected. And I'm still going to get the same rate. It's going to be based on weight instead of
5x6 little box.
Did you just knock something over? Oh, we don't have any here because, everything's in the shop. Okay, do you have to put in, so here's some questions.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to put all that in.
Do you have to put in the height of the bag as well, length, width, and how tall it is?
Yep.
Yes, but in fact, I'm going to see if I can just pull this up here. And I want to show, because we are on here, so I can show, I wonder if this will let me log in and show this one. There's dogs barking.
I can go get a freaking little box.
No, we don't need a box. That's not what I'm showing. I just want to show what this is. Because I will tell you, when I first started selling on like Etsy and eBay, the shipping was the bane of my existence. I hated it. We messed up so many times. Because we were used to Poshmark, so we used the not flat rate box. We used the priority mail box.
Option. It's cheaper.
Yes. Box in a bag, 100%. That is it.
Thanks, Lisette.
So let's say create a single label. We're gonna look at rates. I'm just pulling this up, and then and it tells us that, by the way, USPS is increasing domestic shipping rates October 18th through December 27th. You may have already seen that. They told us about that in a while.
Upgrades.
Okay, I just wanted to not show this because it does have customer information. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't, no one wants to have their information shared that they didn't agree to. Share screen. Let's see. Okay, this will be fun, everybody, because I don't know which is which. And so let me make sure that everything is closed down. YouTube, StreamYard, Pirate Ship. We'll see. Oh, yay. Okay. See, we're still figuring out the StreamYard thing. But here, okay, within Pirate Ship, this is, as you're going here, it says box or rigid packaging. And this is the one that is standard set to. But if you change this to envelope, padded envelope, poly bag, soft box, or box and bag, it'll only ask for the length and the width. So in this case, you pop that up and tell me what the...
Wait, this?
Yep. It says it right on there. I think it's just right there. Length 28.
23 by 14 by 8.
Okay, so 23. Well, what's 8? The width?
23, 14 depth.
Okay, so then you'll see when I start typing it in, it does say envelopes larger than 18-inch in either dimension. You have to change it for your final package. So, but this is where you can adjust. So if you can wrap things, especially if they're not breakable, if you can wrap them, and I know when it comes to packaging, a lot of us want things to be super pretty, but you can still make them pretty by maybe rolling them in a ball and putting like a tie around them and then getting that to that 18-inch dimension. So it will take a little finagling, but I always just want to make sure that I'm sharing with everyone what we learned from, because just like, you know, Christina, just like you, we have paid so much for shipping before. And like I was mentioning before, we made some really horrible mistakes where we shipped something from eBay in a priority mail box, and it was returned to us because it wasn't priority mail. It was like first class. And so we had to pay extra shipping, and it was a nightmare. So always knowing all of your options out there. And again, this is a moot point if you're using Poshmark, because when you're using Poshmark, they make it simple. They make it easy. But outside of Poshmark, always going through all of your different options here. And so in this case, you can search for rates and figure out what you want to do. So if let's say we were to do 18 by 14, and this is going to be, let's just say 8 pounds and 0 ounces. When we click get rates, oh, I need a zip code. What's a zip code? I need a zip code that's not next to me. Who is back east? Who wants to give me a zip code that I can pop in? I guess I could use the zip code on there. Zip code. What's going on with my? Ooh, ship regional rate. That is, okay, so tell us more about that, all things to Renzo, because that's something, regional rate, and also media. I've never shipped media. So those are areas that I feel there's some opportunity. I did not know that. See, regional is always good.
24179. 24179.
Okay, let's try. Did I just type that? No.
24179.
Okay, let's try this. We'll see. Okay, so this, when we think about the craziness of shipping. Now, again, this is priority mail cubic, and this is saying priority mail, which is different because normally I ship first class. So interesting. But like I said, you have to play with it. You can also, so in this case, my dimensions are pretty small, 18 by 14, but you can adjust this as you go. Let's say 18 by 18. What's it going to tell us? That's the rate that I looked at before, like an 18 by 18. And you can take those big bags and actually like suck them down. You know, if you're sitting on a bag and you pull it over, you can get it there. It just takes a little bit of work. Okay, this is cool. So Michelle's talking about media mail, and that's, so I've never really done anything media, even if I thought it was media, because I was afraid that it would be,
$280 for the first pound.
Oh, you can't even put a business card in. So see, those are the type of things that, you know, since I've never shipped it, I stayed away from it. It's easier. And when I'm shipping like my masks, or, you know, shipping something like a button or those type of things, it's usually around $3, even with first class mail, because the dimensions are pretty small, and I always put it in like a padded envelope. So that's good to know. So shipping again, and thank you everyone for sharing your zip codes. I am always trying to find, because I don't know zip codes. I know what ours is. But I'm always trying to find a way to make it so that it's not, because the closer it is, it's also going to be a little bit cheaper. One of the other things with Pirate Ship is you can actually just pull up rates. So you can like view, where is it? You can just view on Google Sheets or download a PDF with rates. So if you wanted to look through the rates, which, you know, probably isn't a bad idea, you can definitely do that as well.
Debbie, just search media.
Media. Media, books, records, and DVDs and magazines. Oh my gosh. I know there's so many rules with that. So that always freaks me out. But anyway, so that's, I mean, it's one of those topics you're always going to have questions on, but you may make a little mistake. So just always ensure that you're looking at the best things for you. But I'm all about
options.
I'm all about putting the box inside the bag. And that makes a huge, huge difference. You have a new granddaughter,
Yay,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Oh my gosh. See? Happiness.
See?
Okay. So I mean, I feel like that was not one of my typical, that wasn't a training, a very coherent way to talk about it, but it was something that I wanted to remember to talk about. So, any other questions or comments, or
you talk too much?
That's just fact. That's just a fact. La, 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 la.
All right, people.
Bill's like trying to end now. He has to
steak,
oh yeah, we're having steak for dinner tonight.
Football, regional rates.
Yeah.
2 pounds regardless of the weight.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on regional because I haven't done that. I also have never done international shipping, but on Etsy you can, but I've been afraid of it. So yeah, but I feel like a lot, especially with vintage, there are a lot of international shoppers that would love to purchase items, but yeah, I don't know. It's something. So shipping. If you get confused, you're not alone. Again, Pirate Ship is just what I use because I found it from the very beginning. Easy to use.
Yeah, it's easy. And they give you the best rates.
Yes. And you don't have to think about, am I getting the best rates? And they're very receptive. I've had times where it wasn't going through for some reason. My credit card.
No, not on the
grill. But they were very receptive for sure.
Sorry.
No, Beth, no grill because it's like 25 degrees.
It's freezing outside.
So Bill won't be grilling.
No.
The grill is actually in the garage. Oh, here's a funny story, everybody. I fell up the stairs this week. I fell, like legit, like bit it. Fell.
That was yesterday.
Friday. Today's Sunday.
Oh, it was Friday.
But I have to tell you the reason it's funny is because since we've been in our new house, like I am super klutzy. I haven't.
Wait.
I broke one glass. But I didn't make a stain, right? It was like white wine. It was fine. And I didn't hurt myself.
It was fine.
But, we've just been waiting because I haven't hurt myself in a long time. And I've been pretty proud of that fact. But I also haven't been leaving the house.
Stupid dogs.
So this week on Friday, I was like, I had my cereal bowl in this hand and I had my coffee mug in this hand. And I go to walk up our stairs and we don't have like crazy stairs. They're just regular carpeted stairs. But I look over at Lily on the sofa and I'm like, see ya, Mom's going upstairs. And I go to take a step and I literally like got 3 steps up and fell and bit it. And here's the great news. I did not lose most of my cereal and I did not lose most of my coffee. I did lose a lot of skin on my leg.
On the carpet.
I spilled them, yes, but they were easy to clean. And I ended up with yeah, Bill was in the restroom, which was right below. So all he heard was this giant thump, 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 thump. But anyway, just always like to share random weird stories of Tori and how her ADHD brain happens. And the fact that I'm still here and I've never broken a bone in my body is miraculous.
Hot mess.
Yeah, I am a hot mess.
Wait, you almost broke something.
I've never broken anything, though. Ever. I've been very lucky. I know that.
Yep.
Chicken cutlet and Parmesan. Yes.
Up here is non-essential in the winter.
Grilling is not. Oh yeah, you can't really do it. Although the snow all melted. Yes. Oh, Jennifer, hello. We're just wrapping up. But I really am so happy you all were able to join us because I needed now that I don't get to have Thanksgiving with my family. I'm a little.
We're being responsible.
I know.
We could have.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm allowed to still be sad about it. I can still be sad even though I'm being responsible.
I get it.
I'm also sad that I'm not going out thrifting, but I'm being responsible. It gets exhausting being responsible.
Really?
Yes. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way.
No.
I know I'm not the only one that feels like, yes, I know I'm doing the right thing, but I'm allowed to wallow for a minute. Okay?
A minute. Jeez, Pete.
Come to Florida. Oh, I bet it's warm in Florida. Texas, I know is warm. Lara said it was 80.
It was 80 today.
80. Oh my gosh, that sounds. It was sunny today though. I know, Jennifer. And so Thanksgiving is my holiday, and it makes me sad, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. We're still gonna get all the trimmings and food and stuff. We're just gonna have smaller portions.
Really? Smaller portions?
Are you okay?
Fake news.
Fake news.
Look.
Oh my gosh. I know, right, Deb? It is. It is. But we do it and we're going to keep doing it. And I am here. I'm going to support all of you for making good choices. Go out in the world and make good choices.
Don't go out in the world.
Well, I mean,
not
maybe the
go
world
out in
as
the
in your
world.
backyard. Okay.
Oh.
I did put a Christmas tree on the front yard.
Oh.
Phil won't let me decorate just yet, but I'm ready. I need the holiday. We were talking about the holiday movies. I'm in the right direction. But if any of you need to vent or chat or talk or whatever, do not hesitate. You can email girlygrrlstyle@gmail.com. I will respond. I know this, especially this time of year, a lot of us are feeling a little bit lonely and even more so than normal.
We're with you, Michelle.
Yeah, we're here for all of you. And I think we're going to still try to go live as much as we can because we need this connection. Or I will say I need this connection so that Bill doesn't just have to listen to me talk all the time. I can at least talk to someone else. And he's not the person that's just like smiling and saying,
Please.
Which is what happens. I'm
Pete.
surprised that we have survived so far.
No, we're both strong.
Yeah, but I'm obnoxious. All right,
that's
so that'll
true.
be it for tonight. And I'm yelling. Wow, I just started yelling.
Sorry, Amber.
Oh, hey, Amber. We're just wrapping up. This was really kind of a mess. We were really talking about mental health and how it's important to talk to each other. We talked a little bit about shipping, looked at some vintage items that were sent, really just talking, just having that little connection, the people connection to start the week. So we do plan on being back next week. We don't have a topic. Oh, we might get a Thread Up men's box. We ordered another men's Thread Up box.
That's going to show up.
In the past we've had luck, but creative with inventory sourcing right now. That's what we are trying to do. Well, yeah, that's it.
All
right, everybody. Happy Sunday. Have a wonderful week.
Be safe.
Share each other's
Wear
closets.
a freaking mask.
Share each other's closets, help each other be as successful as possible. And
don't be a turd. Wear a mask, please.
I mean, that could have rhymed a little more, but
I don't care.
I know you're going to go make steak now. Okay. It's always hard to wrap up. I feel like we're on the phone with high school sweetheart. And you're like, no, you go. No, you go. You say bye. I'll see you later. No, you say no.
Hell? No. See ya.
Okay, everybody. Oh, really?
Peace.
I'm delusional.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Until next time. See ya.
What the hell was that?